98, 1999, 1000. Oh hey, didn't see you there. I want to welcome you to the first ever Two Bros Cooking Show. With myself, personal trainer of FX Studios, Alexander Buck, and my sous chef, Biscuit. As a personal trainer for FX Studios, each week I send out weekly recipes, and sometimes they come in YouTube form. And I said, wait a second, why don't I make my own cooking show? And this is where Two Bros came from. So for the first week, we're going to do a zucchini pasta with an avocado pesto. Let's get right into it. The ingredients you will need for today: 3 medium zucchinis, 1 lemon, 1 avocado, 2 cloves of garlic, 2 cups of basil leaves, 1/3 cup toasted pine nuts, a couple of sun-dried tomatoes for garnish, 1 can of 16-ounce chickpeas, otherwise known as garbanzo beans, sea salt, we just have salt, and some accessories you might need: a zoodler and a peeler. In my weekly recipes, you know I love a good zoodle recipe. So zoodles are zucchini noodles. They're a healthy, low-carb, gluten-free alternative to pasta. And I'm not gonna lie, it gets pretty close to tasting the same. So to start out, you're gonna need 2 zucchinis, a peeler, and a zoodler that you can pick up at your local grocery store for around $10. So the first step is we wanna peel our zucchini. And then you're gonna get a finished product like this guy. Once we have our nice, perfect peeled zucchini, we're gonna grab our zoodler, we're going to throw it in there, and we're going to start cranking away. So the zoodler has a thick and a thin end. Today we chose the thin end for our zoodles. When you start cranking away, arms can get a little tired, so you might want to get a quick pump in with me before you start zoodling. So I think you guys got it. On to the next step. For our second step, we're going to make the pesto. And for our pesto, we're going to throw all of our ingredients in this bowl, and then we're going to put it in our food processor, mix it all up, and bam, we got our pesto. So our first ingredient is going to be our 2 cups of basil leaves. Not to brag, I grew these myself in my herb garden. Throw those in there, make sure we get them all. Good. After that, we're going with our whole avocado, peeled and pitted already. Perfect. Following that, we're going to do our 2 cloves of garlic, already chopped up and minced. Very nice. Make sure you get all that garlic in there that like to stick, just after that cup. And following, our 1/3 cup of roasted pine nuts. Perfect. You can get those pine nuts either as whole nuts, half nuts at the store, whatever you find easiest, okay? Following that, we're going to grab our lemon squeezer, throw that in there, get a little juice going. Oh, there it is. Oh man, good pump right there. Nice, perfect. Annihilated it. Okay, top it off with a little sea salt for taste. To end the step, we're going to throw it all in the mixer, and bam, we have our pesto. On to our last step. We have our zoodled zoodles, our avocado pesto, some sun-dried tomatoes, and our whole can of chickpeas. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is add our avocado pesto into the zoodles. Throw that all in there. Make sure you get it all in that bowl. Every last bit. Alright, we used a food processor for our pesto. Worked pretty well. Got it nice and smoothed out. So we always toss these zoodles up a little bit with the pesto. Toss the pesto. Now it's time to add the last 2. We have sun-dried tomatoes here. Alternative to these, if these aren't your favorite, cherry tomatoes work perfect. Full can of chickpeas. These really hit it for me on this one. I love chickpeas in my We're gonna toss this again. Once we're done tossing, we're ready to plate. We tossed it, we plated it. One last step. Throw a little more of that homegrown basil on there, right? Throw a little bit on my plate, my bro's plate. Make sure you use all that up on me. A little bit of this. All right, we're ready to eat. On top of that, for the side dish, we threw in prosciutto wrapped melon, a little salt and pepper sprinkled on top. We want to keep that Italian summer theme going for this dinner. Guys, that's a wrap for Biscuit and I. We had a great time shooting this for you guys. We'd love to take suggestions on recipes. Other than that, Biscuit and Buck out. High five.